Chapter 12, Face the Music. The following afternoon, you turn away from your vanity mirror and glance anxiously over your shoulder. Does my makeup look okay? I tried a new powder, and I don't want to be too matte. Carter finishes buttoning his dress shirt, glances at you, his smile instantly lights up with a smile. You're not matte. You're glowing. Only to you, I suspect, but I'll call it good enough. I hate to ask, but can you give me a hand with this tie? I can never quite get it. As crisp as you want. I understand. It's easier with another pair of hands. You'd think I'd be an expert by now, but every time I have to look up walkthroughs on the internet. The thought of you doing that before our first date is deeply charming. And getting ready with him should be deeply charming. Domestic moment, except your hands won't stop shaking, and it takes a few tries to get the tie right. There you go, you're all set. Thanks. When we walk into this gala together, I want everyone to be wowed. Your stomach does a queasy somersault, and for a moment you feel dizzy. The last time we went to Liberty Heights event, no one knew we were together, and now they do. My bakery's soft opening wasn't a walk in the park. But this is bound to be worse. You take a deep breath, trying to tamp down your nerves. Hey, you okay? I just hope the night is as wonderful as you deserve. I don't know that I deserve that much. I was just doing my job. I wasn't looking for an award about it. But you still deserve one. You're an amazing doctor, Carter. Everyone knows it. And you know we're gonna be okay, right? Carter reaches over, takes your hand, rubbing his thumb along the top of your hand in a soothing gesture. The gala isn't at the hospital, it's at some fancy event spot, so we won't be on Sid and Valerie's home turf. That's something. And at least now that the secret's out, I can openly be by your side, supporting you the whole time. Carter, I'm way less worried about you supporting me, and more about supporting you. How are you feeling, really? He sighs. I won't lie, I'm nervous, mostly because I know Sid will be there. Does that change things for you? Not at all. I want people to see you with me. I'm proud to be with you, Fiona. Whatever Sid or anyone else throws at me, I can handle it. The thought of people's judgment overshadowing the night makes your heart ache. You still don't know if Sid knows, right? No clue. Your stomach does that queasy somersault again, and you try to steel yourself. Maybe this is one thing you can fix. Then that'll be my job once we get there. I'll find him and break the news myself. Are you sure? I know he's your ex, but he's my current boss. I'm sure. You don't owe Sid shit. We can smooth things over. I bet Valerie's been spreading all kinds of wild gossip. Carter winces slightly, which confirms your fears. But maybe I can ease Sid into the news. Keep it short, simple. Okay. As long as you're sure. You squeeze his hand and try to keep your voice steady. I don't need my boyfriend to fight my battles for me, Carter. It's sweet that you want to tell him, but I promise I can handle this. Nodding, he lifts your hand to his lips and kisses it. I never doubted that part for a second. Promise. Just give me a few minutes to slip into something. You open your closet and peer inside. You can feel Carter's gaze on you as he lets out a soft, admiring hum. I don't see any bad options in there. Flatterer. Maybe the right option would shut down some gossip, though. You reach for a daring red dress with glittering gold bodice, picturing people's jaws dropping when you walk in beside him. Golden red. Looks pretty. Carter helped you dress before, but now, after everything you shared, you let him watch as you start to slip out of your clothing. Let's see. I was thinking of this dress. You take your time, pulling it off its hanger, then turn to Carter and hold it up against your body, smiling. What do you think? I think if you keep looking at me like that, we're going to be late to the gala. You toss the dress onto the bed and walk up to him, curling your hand around his neck and pulling his mouth to yours. Your tongue laps against his, and when you pull back, you're both left wanting. Fiona, are you trying to kill me before we leave? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just getting dressed, and I needed a little kiss. It was more than a little kiss. Not that I'm complaining. Do you want help with the, Yes, please. You shimmy into the dress. Carefully zips you, pressing kisses to the side of your neck as he does so. His touch makes heat rush through you, and when he finally steps back, you turn to face him with a smile. Thanks for the help. I feel a lot less scared about walking into the gala in this. Carter smiles, his posture relaxing for the first time all afternoon. You should. You're a vision, Fiona. He pulls you in for one last kiss, his hands trailing down the clingy fabric of your dress. And whatever comes our way tonight, we both can handle it. I hope you're right. You drive Carter to the venue, a high-end event space in Manhattan. You take a moment to steel yourself, and then the two of you head inside, your arms laced together. When did they become a couple? I already heard, but you kind of have to hand it to Fiona. She's making the Stella Gets Her Groove Back thing look good. There are a few admiring murmurs. You hold Carter's arm a little tighter, feeling a burst of pride. Told you, you're a vision. But not everyone is complimentary. She's a total cougar, says the person, revealing her cleavage. I can't believe she's taking advantage of Dawson like that. She's so young. And I thought Carter had good taste. How did he end up with her? Lower my... Girl, please, come on. I'm not letting anyone in the crowd bring me down. They don't know anything about me and Carter. You stand tall and hold your head high as you walk beside him. He gives your hand a squeeze. You okay? I'm fine. Let's keep moving. But as you head towards the room's dining tables, more glances and whispers follow you. I can't believe she's here. Oh, shut up. I'm getting tired of you already. That's no shame at all. At least Sid isn't in on the gossip yet, but where is he? Glancing around for your ex-husband, you don't see him, but you do see an older doctor approaching you and Carter with a smile. Carter, congratulations on your award. So well deserved. Thank you so much, Dr. Najifa. This is my girlfriend, Fiona. You wait for surprise or disgust to wash over the woman's face, but she just nods politely. Fiona, Dr. Najifa is one of the heads of our plastic surgery department. Aye, it's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise, I have to say I wish more of my residents were as motivated as your boyfriend. We haven't worked together directly, but his reputation precedes him. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever met. That sounds like Carter. I have to remind him that it's okay to rest sometimes. He's always encouraging me to take time for myself, but he needs it too. Well, if you ever want a better work-life balance, get out of the trauma surgery and come over to plastics. I'm flattered, but I'm happy where I am now. To work, the work that I do is, yours isn't as important, but this is more, fulfilling the nose jobs and vanity projects. That's not what she holds up her hands, laughing. It is what everyone thinks, though. It's part of the job. But plastics is about much more than that. It's about making people happy in their bodies, gender-affirming care, reconstructive surgery. I hadn't thought about that. Do you get a lot of those cases? Not every day, but if you look at the month by month. While the two of them talk medicine, you suddenly spot a familiar face at a nearby table. Oh no. Excuse me for a second. You make a beeline over to your ex. Sid, can we talk for a minute? Fine. That's all he says, just one word, but when you head out the door towards the nearest hallway, he follows you. Heart racing, you take a deep breath. It's hard to even look at him, but you have to get the words out. Sid, I need to tell you some... I already know. All your explanation dies on your lips as you stare at Sid's cold expression. Then, Are we good? You aren't upset with Carter or with...
No, not with him, just with you.
Excuse me? I came here to do the adult thing and apologize for causing drama at your work, but you have no right to judge who I date.
That's what you think this is, Fiona. I don't give a damn who you date. I'm not an idiot. I know things were over for us way before the divorce. Yes, it's weird that the woman I was with for 20 years is dating someone else now, but I can handle the weirdness. But you being with Carter, is that really fair to the man you're dating?
What? Fair?
You're in completely different places in your life. Carter has his entire career ahead of him. Have you even thought about all that with what this relationship is doing to him?
Sid, Carter's life and career are none of your business.
He's my resident. What he does is absolutely my business, Fiona.
Not in his personal life, it isn't. When he's in your hospital, sure. In his personal life, you're out of bounds, Sid.
Everything we do, everything, affects us at work, especially in this job, in this community.
He gestured toward the ballroom you just left.
The night was supposed to be all about ward recipients and their achievements, about Carter. But I haven't heard a single damn word about all that all night. All anyone is talking about is your relationship with him.
The words hit you like a punch to the gut. You take a step back. Yeah, I mean, he does make a good punch, but... if only people minded their own goddamn business.
And you know what? It did hurt, Fiona, that you didn't tell me back when this thing started. I know we had our problems, but at least you used to be honest with me.
You're her ex, you're divorced, she doesn't owe you shit.
Instead, I had to find out that you're dating again from Valerie, my boss.
See, I didn't tell you because it's none of your business. I don't owe you a text every time I start dating someone.
If you were dating any other 20-something on the planet, sure, but you're dating my protege is my business, especially when it explains how distracted he's been at work.
You let out a shaky breath. The hallway seems like it's spinning. Well, now you know. That's all I came here to say. I'm done, Sid.
I stalk away from Sid and back into the ballroom, brimming with hurt and anger.
Anger that only intensifies when you see her among the guests chatting over a glass of champagne. Thank you so much for coming. This is always such a lovely night. This is all her fault.
The anger propels you across the room towards her. Valerie turns and startles when she sees that look on your face.
Oh, Fiona.
What's up, Beach?
You are incapable of minding your own business. Why did you tell Sid about this? This was my story to tell. Because everything that happens at my hospital is my business.
Oh my god, everybody thinks it's their business. God damn.
Nothing is happening at your hospital. My relationship is a personal matter between me and... No, it's not. Not when it affects my employees. And you never bothered to inform anyone about your indiscretions, so someone had to. Girl, what... Why the hell would I? Why the hell do you care? Because my husband just left me for a woman half my age. Well, it sounds like a personal problem, bitch. Shut up. The way he carried on, the way you're carrying on with Carter, it's disgusting. A stunned silence falls over the guest near you. You can feel dozens of pairs of eyes on you and Valerie. In this moment of stillness, you know you could walk away, take the high road, or you could shut her down loudly and publicly. It's about to be a girl fight. You draw yourself up to full height, then look her dead in the eye. What's disgusting is sharing other people's business when they've asked you to keep it quiet for your employees' sake. I asked you not to tell people, and I had a feeling you wouldn't listen, but telling Sid was a bridge too far. I can tell Sid anything I want. You're right, you can. But then you have to deal with the consequences of that, and guess what? You're in the reaping stage now. Valerie glares at you, but you're not done. That was my conversation to have with my ex-husband, so if you're so worried about Sid and Carter in this, you robbed Sid of the chance to hear it from me. Yep, no, go on. I'm not done. You that shuts her up fast. This was your way of protecting Sid. You did a terrible job. You hurt Carter. All because you... And for what? Revenge against me? I'm not your ex-husband. I didn't cheat on you, Valerie. But you're just like him. Oh, like hell I am. And even if I were, it does not affect you. Whatever happened between you and your ex, I'm sorry, and I mean that. But stop trying to screw up my life over it. I care about Carter, clearly a lot more than you do. I care. He's a promising young resident, and then let him be. Stop trying to insert yourself in his life. Someone has to. You don't really care about him. You're just using him. For a moment, your vision goes white with sheer rage. Using him how? To cause angst at his work? To have his award ceremony hijacked by a pearl clutcher? Because that's all I'm getting out of this right now. I can't even enjoy being here because everyone is losing their damned minds. Oh, please. You're with the hottest thing at We're a Hospital. We know what you're getting out of this. Stare her down. You don't need to be any closer to make your point. Valerie's practically shrinking from your glare already. Why are you even thinking about my life? Don't you have something better to do than meddle in mine? I have plenty to do. Thank you very... Then start acting like it. Look, Valerie, the only reason this is impacting Carter's reputation right now is because you told half the hospital. That's not... It is. People should be celebrating his accomplishments tonight, but instead all they're doing is gossiping. He doesn't deserve that, and that is 100% on you. Valerie glances near my onlookers for help, but none of them meet her gaze. Some even back away. Tell me. Do you feel better about yourself now? Think carefully. I never intended to hurt Sydney and Carter, but Sid deserved to know the truth. Yep, and you weren't the one he was supposed to hear the truth from. Which he would have gotten from me if you'd given me the chance. Whatever you think about me and my choices, you hurt people here, not me. You did this. It finally seems to sink in and she shrinks, bowing her head for a moment. So maybe next time someone asks you to keep quiet about their personal business, you'll actually respect their wishes. But if I were your employee, I sure as hell wouldn't trust you after this. Yeah, no kidding. She takes a look around, but there's no sympathy left on any onlookers' faces. She shoots you one last glare. I don't owe you anything. Never wanted anything from your stupid ass except for you to mind your own goddamn business, but you know. Then she walks away, leaving you staring after her. Someone in the crowd clears their throat and the topic of conversation turns. So, has everyone tried this champagne? It's, crisp. Yes, it's very crisp. Like a cold 0-degree winter. As the conversation moves on without another word about you or Carter, you sigh with relief. Maybe Carter can still have the night he deserves after all. Hopefully, he also hears about what you did for him. Most of the next hour passes by in a blur. You're seated at a table with Carter, and sometimes he takes your hand, or you take his. Are you, I will be okay if you're okay. I'm good. I promise. But there's a tautness to his voice that you've never heard before. Pain he's trying to hide. Unlike at the welcome dinner, you don't have to hide it when you reach out and squeeze his thigh. But with all the rumors swirling about you both, it's not much comfort. I still can't believe Wait, Carter Dawson and Fiona? Some kind of dinner is served as the award ceremony begins. You barely eat it, but eventually. For our next award, please welcome Dr. Carter Dawson to the stage. Phew, okay. Wish me luck. You squeeze his hand. You don't need luck, just go up there and be your charming self. He heads up to the stage, smiling, holds hands over a golden statuette and shakes his hand. Congratulations, Carter, for someone so young to have this much impact with their work. You should be proud. Holt is perfectly professional, except for that one stutter, but the applause around you is muted as Carter stepped up to the microphone. Thank you. Thank you all so much. When I wake up every day, all I want to do is right by the people who need me, to treat our patients with dignity and kindness. But getting an award about it, wow, this is just clap as loud as you can. Valerie's nowhere in sight after the dressing down you gave her, but as Carter's speech goes on, you start to see how right Sid was. Or rather, you hear it. He should have been disqualified. Completely unprofessional behavior, if you ask me. I can't believe he brought that desperate cougar to a work function. Carter's gaze searches the crowd until he finds you. He's smiling, so you smile back. You smile until your face hurts, but inside all you want to do is sob. They should be cheering for him, but all they want to do is tear him down. This is all because of me. At Carter's request, you drive him to his place afterwards. It's the first time you've ever set foot inside. It's very nice in here. Very you. You want to drink in the space, enjoy this moment with him, but mostly you're exhausted. Not to mention worried for him. He doesn't quite smile as he shuts the front door. Thanks. I, don't have a lot of time to decorate, but I want it to feel lived in. He reaches for his tie, letting out a breath of relief when he loosens the knot. He sets his award on a shelf and slumps on the couch. You sit beside him. How are you doing? I'm glad the ceremony is over. I'm glad I'm here with you. That's not what I meant. You saw how people reacted tonight. What does that mean for us? He turns to you and smiles, but you know him well enough to see the effort behind it. It doesn't change anything. The drama will blow over once people have something new to gossip about. I hope you're right. I'm still worried about you. Don't be. I've handled worse in my life than nosy people gossiping. What people think of me isn't nearly as important as being with you, Fiona. And I still got the award, right? I know you did, but this kind of chaos is going to be your future for a while. You already have your whole career ahead of you. Maybe if we went back to being more careful, it would smooth things over. Carter instantly takes your hand, shaking his head. I'm tired of sneaking around. You're my girlfriend, Fiona. I don't care anymore if people know it. You can see how much hurt he's trying to hide, because you're trying to do the same for his sake. His voice is pure earnestness. I want you. I want us. Hearing the passion in his words soothes some of the ache in your chest. You reach for Carter, pulling him into a tender kiss. You promise? He kisses you back with a new kind of desperation, parting your lips with his. His hand clutches your waist, pulling you against him on the couch as you sigh against him. I promise. His heart races through you, and it's hard to worry about anything else when you have the perfect solace right here. The two of you embracing, his touch setting your body alight, and yours doing the same for him. He needs it as much as you do. Of course. Boy. So I'm questioning, if you didn't do it at the hotel, would you still get credit if you did it with him there? Let me know. Anyway, you pull back to caress his cheek and meet his gaze. You're both exhausted, but there's one thing you can still do. Would you mind if I stayed the night? I'm wiped out, and I know you are too, but I don't want to be alone tonight. Me neither. He leads you to his bedroom, and a few minutes later, you're both undressed and in bed, curled up together among the sheets. Thank you for being there tonight, and for being here. I couldn't have gotten through any of this without you. Hey, give my boyfriend more credit. He's pretty damn determined when he wants to be. Sometimes. But it makes things better, easier to have you by my side. Then good news, I'm not going anywhere tonight. You curl up in his arms, trying to forget everything except for the warmth of his embrace and the steady beat of his heart. But just when sleep starts to overtake you, the last thought of you have before crashing makes you shiver. We made it through one awful night, but that was only the beginning of the fallout. How long can this really last? As long as you let it. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description. Plenty of things to check out, ways to support, whatnot. So without further ado, this is what I have to say. This is dumb. How many of you sat there in suspense going, oh, what's he gonna say? Oh. For those of you who actually got to the end, let's put it that way. For me, no, seriously, this is, there's just stories that I just look at some of this stuff and I go, this is really dumb. This is genuinely really dumb. Like, seriously, it's just really dumb to me. This is something that's just, again, I've dealt with myself. Not in real life, but, well, actually kind of real life, but I was the younger guy. But anyway, in terms of, you know, again, we've had this talk before, if you've listened to me talk about this book enough, especially at the end. Just, I remember way back when I first started covering choices, I made a comment about Caitlin. Remember, Caitlin's supposed to be your love interest, right? And I made a comment about how, you know, I don't know, I mean, again, she was my girlfriend, right? And, you know, I'm playing the love interest, or I'm playing the MC, she's playing the love interest, and I made a comment about her, and everyone was like, eh, because they had found out about me in real life. They're like, oh my god, aren't you a little older than her? And it's like, you guys are upset because a fictional character exists. And I'm making a compliment about her. And you're upset. Like, it's just cringe. It's just, to me, it's cringe. I've always had the philosophy, as long as people are adults, right? So again, we've got a 26-year-old here dating a 40-year-old. Wow, 14. Jesus, brain. 40-year-old. And you're like, okay, to me, two adults, right? He's been an adult for 8 years of his life, right? Because everybody looks at 18 as the adulthood. They're like, oh, congratulations. You know, you're now an adult, even though you still have a couple more years to go before you technically can do anything adult-wise. And again, he's past that threshold too, so he is fully an adult, and by 5 years too. So again, 26-40. This isn't 26 and 14, which I guess that's what my brain was maybe going for. 26 and 14, no. No, that's a no-no. But you're looking at 26 and 40. That's very much acceptable. So again, I don't get this book. I don't get the drama. I really don't. I really don't. Anyway, let me know, as always, you guys' comments down below. But otherwise, yep, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.